everyone, it's Miss Alex, and today I'm going to show you a lesson on the dot game. Now, the dot game is a lesson that is kind of a culmination of 4-digit decimal system addition. And the first way that I'm going to show you how to do this, because there's two ways to do it. The first way is called recording by whole number. And something that this lesson achieves is that it, like I said, it works on a more abstract way of doing 4-digit addition, but it also focuses a lot on the process of exchanging or carrying. And it's also the first time that the child is going to encounter the number 10,000. So it's very exciting in that way as well. So let's have a look at this lesson. And Trevor is going to be my child, but you're just going to look at my paper. Okay, so the first thing that I would do with this lesson before I would start writing a problem to solve is that I would read through the numbers and talk about all the different lines that we're seeing. So, Trevor, we have some numbers on this page of our dot game. What's our first number?
1.
1 unit, that's right. And then we have a
10.
And then we have a
100.
And then we have a
1,000.
And how many zeros does 1,000 have?
3 zeros.
3 zeros. Okay. And then we have this new number here, and it has 3 zeros, just like 1,000. And then it also has a 10 next to it. And the way we read this number is 10,000. Okay? And on this paper, we see some other things that we can talk about. I see a lot of little squares. Let's count how many squares are in this first row under the unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 squares in this row, and there are 10 squares in all of these rows. And there are 10 squares in all of these rows under the 10. And the same for the 100 and the 1,000 and the 10,000. All of these rows have 10 squares in them. Now we also see some different rectangular boxes down here. And these boxes I'll explain as we do the work. But I will tell you about this line right here is going to serve as our equals line. And the numbers that go under the equals line are going to be our answers for the unit, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, and the 10,000s. We have another space right here off to the right. And this space is where we're going to write our problem. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to write our addition problem. As we know, addition is when we put together 2 or more numbers to get a larger number. And we're going to do that right now. So, Trevor, write with me the numbers that we're going to add together. First number is going to be 2,345. Now we're going to leave a little bit of space in between every number. Our next number is going to be 3,724. Okay? What do you think our next number should be after that?
1,427.
27? Okay. I'll pick the next number. And our number after this, let's see. Let's write something just in the hundreds. We won't write something in the thousands. Let's do 521. What would you like to write next, Trevor?
473.
Okay. And then now let's do 8,000. Let's do 0 hundreds. 8,014. Okay, what should we do next?
6,237.
Okay, Let's choose one more number. Let's do something in the hundreds. Let's do 111. Okay? And now I'm going to use my ruler and we're going to make an answer line. Equals sign. Okay. Here's our equals, and we're doing addition, right? So what sign do we need right here to show we're doing addition?
Plus sign.
A plus sign. So we'll put a plus sign here. Okay. And now let's start solving our problem. So I'm going to start by recording this first number, 2,345. How many units do I have in this number?
5 units.
5 units. So watch how I write 5 units, how I record 5 units. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. I'm done recording 5 units, so I'm going to put a little check mark above it. Okay, how many tens are in this number?
4 tens.
4 tens. Here's where I write my tens. So 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. I'm finished recording that number, so I'll check it off. How many hundreds do I have?
3 hundreds.
3 hundreds, 100, 200, 300. And I'll check that off. Okay, how many thousands do I have?
2,000.
2,000, 1,000, 2,000. Okay, so I'm done recording that whole number. That's what it means by recording by whole number. So I'll check off the whole number now. Okay, let's go to our next number. How many, let's see, we'll read it together first. Can you read it with me, Trevor?
3,724.
How many units do I have in this number?
4.
4 units. So 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. Okay, how many tens do I have?
2.
2. 1 10, 2 tens. And how many hundreds do I have?
7.
100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. How many thousands do I have?
3.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, I finished recording that whole number, so I'll check it off. Let's go to the next number. Can you read that with me, please?
1,427.
How many units do I have?
7.
7. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units. How many tens do I have?
2 tens.
2 tens. 1 10, 2 tens. How many hundreds do I have?
4 hundreds.
4 hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. How many thousands do I have?
1.
1,000. Okay, I'm done recording that whole number, so I can check it off. Now let's do the next number. Read it with me, Trevor.
521.
How many units do I have?
1.
1. How many tens?
2.
1, 2. Okay. How many hundreds?
5.
5. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, I can check off that whole number. Now let's read our next number. 473. How many units do I have?
3.
1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. How many tens do I have?
7.
7. 1 10, 2 10, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. How many hundreds do I have?
4.
4. 100, 200, 300, 400. I can check off that whole number. Let's read the next one.
8,014.
Okay, how many units do I have?
4.
1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. How many tens do I have?
1.
1. How many hundreds do I have?
None.
None. So do I get to record anything for the hundreds?
No.
I don't. I can still check it off though. And how many thousands?
8.
8. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. I can check off that whole number now. Let's read our next number. 6,237. How many units do I have?
7.
7. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units. How many tens do I have?
3.
3. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. How many hundreds do I have?
2.
2. 100, 200. How many thousands do I have?
6.
6. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. And our last, we've got to check it off. So we finished recording that whole number. Let's read our last number.
111.
How many units do I have?
1.
1. How many tens do I have?
1.
1. How many hundreds do I have?
1.
1. Okay. Oh, there we go. So we've recorded all of our numbers in this problem. So now it's time for us to solve it. So when we do addition, we always start by putting together the units first. So let's count the units. Count with me. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units, 8 units, 9 units, 10 units. Stop. 10 units make a
10.
10, that's right. So we're going to use your colored pencil. Oh, first I forgot. We're going to cross out this line, okay? Okay, so we made a 10. We're going to make a little red dot right here. That's going to represent a 10. Okay, we have some more units to count. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units, 8 units, 9 units, 10 units. Stop. 10 units make a
10.
10. So we can cross this out and make another dot for a 10. We have more units. Let's count them. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units, 6 units, 7 units, 8 units, 9 units, 10 units. Stop. 10 units make a
10.
All right. So let's look at the next line. 1 unit, 2 units. We didn't make another 10, did we? Okay, so we're carrying over how many tens? 1, 2, 3. 3 tens. Now we have to bring them over here, right? Because we made tens. They don't go in the units column anymore. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. Okay? All right. Now, how many units do we have left in this column?
2.
2. 1, 2. So we're going to put that number right here. That's our answer for the units. Okay, now let's count the tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. Stop. 10 tens make a
100.
100. So we get to use our red pencil again, and this time our red dot represents 100. Okay, let's keep counting the rest of the tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens, 10 tens. Stop. 10 tens make
100.
100. So we got another 100. Let's see. Let's keep counting the tens. 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s. That didn't make 10, so we don't have another 100 to carry there. Now, how many hundreds did we make from our tens? 100, 200. So 2 hundreds. Now we have to carry them over here. They're not tens anymore. 100, 200. Okay. And how many tens do we have in this column now? 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens. 5 tens. That's our answer for the tens. Let's count the hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. Stop. 10 hundreds make
1,000.
1,000. So we can use our red pencil again. And this time our red dot is equal to 1,000. Okay? We have more hundreds to count. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. Stop. 10 hundreds make 1,000. So we have another 1,000. Okay. Let's keep counting. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. We didn't get to 10. Let's see. How many thousands did we make with our hundreds? 1,000, 2,000. That's right, 2,000. So we're going to have to record them here in the thousands. They're not hundreds anymore. 1,000, 2,000. Now let's take a look at our hundreds again. How many hundreds do we have in the hundred column now?
100,
200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So that's our answer for the hundreds. 800s. Okay, now let's count our thousands. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Stop. Okay, this is new. So 10 of our thousands are going to make, what was this number called?
10,000.
10,000, okay? So with 10 thousands, we made a 10,000. So our red dot is now going to represent a 10,000. Okay, there's more thousands to count, so let's keep going. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. Stop. 10,000s make
10,000.
a 10,000. Okay. All right. We have a couple more thousands to count. 1,000, 2,000. We didn't get to 10, so we don't have any more 10,000s that we've made. All right, let's see, how many 10,000s did we make? 1 10,000, 2 10,000. So 2 10,000s. Now we're going to record them right here because they're not thousands anymore now, they're 10,000s. We carried over 2. Okay, and now let's go back to our thousands because how many thousands do we have now? 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. So that's our answer for the thousands. Okay, and now let's look at our 10,000s and count them. 1 10,000, 2 10,000. So we made 2 10,000s. Okay, and now we have our answer. So before we read our answer, I'm going to show you where we place a comma. So we're going to count back 3. 1, 2, 3. Put it right here. Now our comma also tells us when we say 1,000. So let's read this number. 22 1,852. Okay, now we're going to record this number over here. And we're going to start with recording our units so that we can make sure that we line up our columns of numbers correctly, that we have the right place value. So how many units did we have in our answer?
2.
2. So this is where my units go. And how many tens did we have?
5.
5. And how many hundreds?
8.
8. And how many thousands?
2.
2. Okay, and how many 10,000s?
2.
2. Okay. And we're going to put in our comma again. So we're going to count back how many?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Let's read that number again. 22,852. And that is our answer. So that's how we do the dot game, and we record by whole numbers, meaning that we record this entire number up here before we go to the next number. Now the next way that we do the dot game is by recording one column of numbers at a time. And it may look more familiar to you because we start by recording all the units. But in this way of the dot game, it's just one number, one whole number at a time. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope that it helps you as you work on the dot game. Bye!